Hello everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Design by Tola and I'm very excited about today's video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to go about the cutting and stitching process for the making of this beautiful, countable and classy asymmetric tiered short gown with an elastic puffed sleeves. So this video is going to be the cutting and stitching process for the making of the dress, this lovely gorgeous outfit you're seeing right now. So if you're interested in this, definitely keep on watching, and if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please hit on the subscribe button to be a family. And if you are interested in this video, please hit on the like button and let's get started with this tutorial. So we're going to start by drafting out our pattern. On my pattern paper here, I've drawn my shoulder line, which is just a straight line close to the edge of my pattern paper. Now from that shoulder line here, I'm going to measure down to my bust point. From my shoulder to my bust point is 10.5. I'm going to mark it. Now shoulder to my under bust point 14.5, and then shoulder to my waist 17. Now I'm going to repeat that same measurement here again, 10.5, 14.5, and then 17. So I'm just going to draw straight lines across all the points. Now label your lines. Here is the bust line, here is the under bust line, and here is the waist line. Now in your shoulder line here, divide your shoulder measurement into 2 equal halves and make a mark. Then come down from that point by 1 inch. Now from the center, go in by 3 inches, which is the neck width, and then come down by 3 inches as well, which is the neck depth. Connect these points together and then connect it also into that 1 inch mark you made earlier. And now this line here is your shoulder slope. Now from this 1 inch mark of your shoulder slope, you're going to come down by your bust measurement divided by 6 and then add 1.5. Whatever is your result, come down by that and mark it. Now on that point you just made, make it into a straight line, and then here is the chest line. Okay, now your shoulder measurement divided by 2, measure it here on your chest line, make a mark. Now connect from that mark to that point you have on the shoulder line, make it into a straight line. Now this straight line you've just drawn, divide it into 2. On the midpoint, mark it, and then on that mark, come in by half of an inch. Now connect this half of an inch onto your chest line and then to the shoulder slope, and here is your armhole curve. Now on this chest line, measure your bust span divided by 4, mark it and add 1 inch sewing allowance. Or your under bust point, whatever you have that you measured on your chest line, make that same mark on your under bust line and connect the points together. Now cut this out. So now on this center point on the neckline, I'm going to come in by 3.5 inches. That is how wide I want my neckline to be. If you want yours wider, then you can come in by maybe 4 or 4.5. Now open this up. I'm now going to connect from that 3.5 mark down to my armhole curve on this other side using a curved rule, just like this. I'll advise you use a curved rule and not a straight rule, alright? Because if you use a straight rule, it's only to give you what you want. So if you don't have a curved rule, you can as well use your free hand to do this, alright? So I'm just going to cut this out, and then this is what I have. Now measure what you have on this side, measure what you have left, whatever you have, mark it on this other side of the armhole. Now connect from that point down to this under bust line to give you an asymmetric curve like this. Now this is the line we need. So I'm going to be cutting out, and we're going to be cutting this pattern on our main fabric now. So this is it, and remember to add your 1/2 inch stitch allowance all through except for the armhole. Alright, so now I cut both the main fabric and the lining piece, because I'm going to be using the lining to turn in my main fabric. Okay, so if you don't want to use a lining, you can as well use a bias tape to turn in the edges. So now I'm going to open this up, connect it at the shoulder. Even if you use your bias tape also, just connect it at the shoulder like this, just after you must have taped all through, okay, except for the armhole. Now connect with the bias tape, connect at the shoulder, and this is what you should have, and also connect at this side, so here leaving the armhole open. So this is what you should have. So now we are going on to make the lower part of this gown. To make the lower part of this gown, you deduct from your shoulder to under bust length. For me, mine is 14.5. Now deduct that from the overall length of the dress, which is 37 inches for me, so that gives me 22.5. okay, so now I'll go on to divide my 22.5 into 2 equal halves. Now the result is, which I get, is 11.25 plus 1 inch stitching allowance, which makes it 12.25. so the length of this first layer now is 12.25. now to guess the wideness, that is how long it's going to be, your upper part, just measure the upper part, measure it round like this, measure it round. So whatever you get, whatever you have, now for me I have 41 inches, so you're going to multiply that by 2, which is going to give me 82. so the length, that's the wideness of this first layer now, is 82, all right, by 12.25 inches. Now I'm going to fold this into 4, and I'm going to notch the midpoint. So just go ahead to notch the midpoint. Now on this upper bodies, also on this top layer, the upper bodies, fold it into 4 also and notch the midpoint. So now what you're going to do next is you're going to go over to your sewing machine and you're going to stitch this down. You're going to pleat this, you're going to pleat this first layer on these upper bodies, all right. Make sure you put in mind the notches so that you can have an even pleat. So putting in consideration the notches, you're going to go on to pleat this first layer on the upper bodies. So you might as well take your time to do this, and if you don't want to make pleats, you can as well gather this, all right. You can just gather this first layer first, and then after you've gathered this first layer, then you stitch it together with this upper body, whichever method you choose. So now I've done that, and this is what I have. You can see how beautiful and lovely this is looking already. So this is the upper bodies and the first layer. Okay, so now we're moving on to make for the second layer, because this has 2 layers. So measure this first layer, just measure it round, whatever you have, multiply it by 2, and they're going to be cutting out the second layer with that result. Okay, so for me I got 82 inches. I got 82. So this second layer now is 82. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this into 4 folds, and then I'm going to notch it at the center point, so that when I'm pleating it can be very easy for me. Okay, so just notch the center point, and you're going to do that also for this other one. Just fold it into 4 folds again like this, and then notch it at the center point. So now what we did earlier, we're going to be doing it again. So just take the second layer, and then you're going to pleat it on this first layer. Okay, just pleat it on the first layer. Now once you're done with that, this is what it should give you. This is how your gown should be looking like. And as well, if you want to gather it, you can gather it as well. Okay, so now this is how I told you. It's a very simple video. It's very simple to make. So here it is. Now the next thing I'm going to do is measure, because definitely one side is going to be longer than the other side. So to make it even, measure from your shoulder down to the length. You know, the length of this gown is 37 inches. So on this other part that has no shoulder, just take out that 6 inches that we took out initially when we were cutting it. So take that 6 inches out, and then just form a straight line with it. So you're going to cut out the excesses that you have. Just cut out the excess so that you can have, so that the gown can be straight. Okay, once you cut out the excess, so the gown is going to be straight. So now the next and the final step is to cut the sleeve. So for the sleeve, I used 23 inches by 20 inches, and I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and just take a side and hem it into double folds. Okay, hem into double fold, both sides. Just hem it into double folds, both at the top and at the bottom. And you're going to pass in, just make it wide enough so that it can contain your elastic tape. So I have done that. So for the second sleeve, I'm just going to hem just one side like this. You are seeing, I'm just going to hem one side of it. The upper part here that you're seeing, I'm going to come down by 3.5 inches and connect it to the upper part of the sleeve, just like this. And I'm going to be cutting this out. with my free hand. Okay, if you want to know how to cut a basic sleeve, I have it on my channel, so just check for it on my channel. So now the next, I'm going to be passing my elastic tape into this little hem folds that I've made. Now once I do that, I'm going to connect this sleeve. I'm going to connect it with the bodice at the armhole. I'm going to connect it at the armhole, close up the armhole just like this. So after I'm done with that, now I'm going to open it up like this, then fix my elastic tape inside of this hem fold. As you can see, after I'm done fixing the elastic tape, I'm going to stitch the elastic tape down now, and I'm going to close it up by 1 inch all the way down to the base of this top of this dress. So as you can see, I have done that. This is how it's looking. So for the second sleeve now, I've already gone ahead to pass the elastic tape for both the two sides, as you can see. So this is very simple to do. So I'm just going to turn it over into the right side just like this, and I'm going to turn my dress also over into the right side. I'm going to turn my gown also over into the right side, and then I'm just like this, and then I'm just going to cut. You can even use a thread and needle to do this, or you can use your sewing machine. Just stitch down a little, like half to 1 inch. Just stitch it down a little at that upper part, and then go over to hem your gown. Just hem it in by 2 folds all around. So you might want to take your time hemming this. Just hem it by double fold, and then you might want to also weave the inner. Okay, so you can as well weave it, and then go over to your ironing table and give this a good press so that it can come out very, very beautiful and nice also. Okay, so now these are the sleeves with the puff sleeves with the elastic band, the elastic tape. You can see this is the sleeve, and this is the outcome of this tutorial. Okay guys, you can see how beautiful and lovely it is looking. Okay, you can see how classy and beautiful it is. I love this design so much because it's very comfortable and easy to wear. Okay, it's very comfortable and easy to wear, and then the sleeve also is very comfortable and easy to wear. So guys, let me know what you think also about this design in the comment section. And also thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I really appreciate you a lot. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please, I think it's time, hit on the subscribe button to become a family. Thank you so much. I'll so much appreciate that. And also, if you like this video, you like the design, please hit on the like button. Till I see you in my next video. Thank you.